back to the 22-23 season, they were quarter-finalists. In the 23-24, there were semi-finalists, finalists last year, finalists once again this year, and might I add, they may have a little issue of revenge here in the way of getting the better of Orlando Pirates this time around. Well, as you'd expect, the fans out of the Mabela Stadium have come out. They're passionate and they're hoping for an entertaining 90 minutes of football. If last year's final was anything to go by, this should be rather entertaining. You remember the exciting way in which Majela put Stellies into the lead, the comeback from Orlando Pirates, the drama right at the end. In the way this cup was won last season means these two sides, who already met this season, mind you, certainly will know how to entertain today.
South Africa.
Mabela Stadium very much coming to life in the moments leading up to kickoff, and well, plenty expecting goals, drama, and hoping some it may be concluded in 90 minutes. Keep in mind, should it be needed, it could go all the way through to a penalty shootout. So it's Mbogazi and Siema, the preferred duo in the heart of defense. Dibiso is the man who comes in for his first showing in the MTN8 this season. Watch out for Mbule in the creative department, of course, while Ndudi comes up against his former side. Yes, the big news, will start ahead of a Palace in this match, while Sibilibili, the man who's hit the ground running in joining Orlando Pirates and starting off his career with the Buccaneers, is amongst the starters, and Makopa has scored in the league, hoping to score in the MTN8. Well, it's a full house, as one would expect. The fans that have made the trip down to a beautiful part of the country, of course, out at the Mabela Stadium. And the big news here is, well, these are two sides that will enjoy this following the international break, both looking to have the great start to the season by being crowned champions. OJ sits alongside me.
Re gorogile mo letsatsi le tlhabang gone, re gorogile mo Mbombela makgaolakgang a sejana sa wafa MTN8 jaaka o bona lenane la setlhopha sa the Stellies. Motshepiwa wa bone ebile le mokapteine Sage Stevens a simolola kwa dikoteng. Henry Steinheck a simolola mo motshamekong lekgetlho la ntlha a le mo makgaolakganyeng a sejana. 100 Yong tsholofelo e le mo go bone mo setlhopheng se sa the Stellies. fa o lebella ka kwa botlhaba jwa lephala kgona go bona thologelo e tsitsibanya mmele mme mona yo monanyo ke mona o belegetseng ka kwa Maseru jaaka o bona the master chef jaaka itsege le ka wana le ga jana motho a ka reng o mo dipelong tsa barati le balatedi ba kgwele ya dinao e tse ba Orlando Pirates fela mme barati le balatedi ba kgwele ya dinao mo Aforika Borwa the Stellenbosch jaaka o bona letlhono mojela motshameko wa bona wa setlhopha sa Keswick Stars ga mmogo le the Rockets metsotso e lesomarobongwe e tlile go ka simologa go tlile go nna le tsisibalo go tlile go nna jalo le go itaphetelela ga pelo ga dipelo tsa ba ba leng fa mo letsatsing la gompieno mme tla re tle re bone yo go mona molongwanao sebaka sa metsotso e le somarobongwe yo monanyo Red Eugene Mdluli ke ene o tla ba tsamaisa motshameko wa letsatsi la gompieno ke boela ko go Sizwe a tswelele pele ka karolo ya ntlha ya motshameko.
It is Orlando Pirates that gets this game underway. Bully with the first touch with the men all in black attacking the goal to the left of your picture, while Stellies in the all-white will attack the goal to the right. So, Mufageng and Hato getting busy already here on this near side, eliminating one is Mufageng looking for the run from Bully going into the box. Stellies doing just about enough to deal with the danger. Of course, interesting when you look at the Stellies back four, Stanic and Mulisani, of course, the preferred pairing in the heart of their defense. Mulisani was a question mark after the Lesotho game where he picked up an injury for the national team. Fit and able to start here in this final quite crucially. Daga out wide on that left-hand side of defense. Stanic back to Say Stevens, a winner. In as far as the MTN8 with Cape Town City under Benny McCarthy some years back, hoping to do it this time with Stellenbosch, a side he's already won one cup competition with, of course, including reaching the final. But what they have won is the Carling knockout final they have reached here in the MTN8. He was part of the group that did so last season was Say Stevens. Is the Belgian Stanic. Titus looking for Mochela's movement. Important was that played defensively then by Siema. To Titus and company, not quite down on the far side. Daga. Well, Svelabele will give you a lot going forward. He'll also give you a lot defending, as he is very comfortable whether on the front or back foot. As the man who can play as the left or right winger, can also play as a right back or wing back, if you will. Early foul here to go the way of Orlando Pirates. Of course, the young amongst the players that will be closely watched here. He certainly would have come into a few conversations from a Pirates point of view coming into this game as they look to prepare as one of the danger men. Hato, in this fixture, he has scored the most amount of goals against Stellenbosch. 4 goals he scored, Dion Hato, in his career against Stellenbosch. Evidence of hope. Well, he couldn't quite find what to do. Then there is man at the young back in a good area. Pirates wasting little to no time and not only winning it back, but looking to turn the tide. Yes, a bit. Siema. Benito out wide on that right side. If you are just joining us, is the man that gets the start as he goes over the overlap. And who was formerly with Tekkies and Chippa last game. Outside of the 80 minutes he's played so far in the PSL against Chippa. His last game before that was against Alachli back in January, where he played 56 minutes. The battle one, when it's the young again that comes out tops Titus on the move up ahead of him. The pass didn't quite complement the movement of Machela. Of course, Machela will look to have a similar impact last season where he arrived after Stellenbosch scoring goals not only in the league, not only in the MTN8, but also on the continent. So unfortunate with the long-term injury. We'll be hoping it's not too long until he starts to find his scoring touch this season. Lule keeping it moving. Data. Both of those were active, of course, for Bafana Bafana against Nigeria out in Bloemfontein. Still worth noting, Talenta but yet to find the back of the net in the cup competition as yet in his career. Driving forward, he is a man that is a threat from range, of course, likes to rifle them in from outside of the box, fouled on this occasion. Palace. Barker going with the preferred termination in the heart of the midfield of Palace and Tiani. All over the top here, good movement from Mofokeng, closely watched! Still fires away here and goes wide on the mark as Talented, but I beg your pardon, hoping for the corner at the end of it all. First real scare in this final. And the first real shot in anger coming from Orlando Pirates. Now closing down right from the front and forcing the error from Taga in the left back position. Football upbringing with the likes of Wits and Kaiser Chiefs for Omega Taga, still 22 years of age. Over the last season or so, has worked his way into being a regular in that left back position, especially after the departure of Basade. Now, Mofokeng, nicely done! Then setting up the space for a yard. Then once again, it's wide of the mark here, but it's taking a touch off the defender. Lovely work defensively then in conceding the corner. The two early scares go the way of Orlando Pirates here. And Coswell and Yanaya, I believe it was, with a touch, the all-important touch here to see this go wide. Oh, lovely touches from Mofokeng. That's so well to create the space for the yard then. Some silky smooth touches. And pressure on the Stellenbosch defense early. Well, the start, what it has done for Orlando Pirates is bring the fans to life out in the stand. So, here is Hotto. Something from the training grounds. Actually into that near post, it's superbly defended. Now, Titus looking to kickstart the counter-attack. Couldn't find the quality of a curler in the ball in towards Andre de Jong, who was looking to provide options going into the final third or towards it. Triple chain, 3 MTN8 cup titles under his belt. Over 100 appearances out there at Orlando Pirates for the man between the sticks. So both goalkeepers on either side of the field here bring a fair amount of experience. Mahob. Nicely done here with the movement off the ball. Going into the box then from Mofokeng, I do believe in the end. Hotto didn't quite find the quality final ball he was looking for. Here is a man who, of course, has enjoyed his first win over Stellenbosch as a coach most recently when Pirates beat Stellenbosch in the league with the 1-0 scoreline. To being Abdeslam Ouadou. Arrived under a bit of pressure with the way the season started at Pirates, but if he is to go on to win the MTN8, it will turn into a great start to the season for him. Now, Machela, early with the ball in. Likes of Sunny Lepars, not quite getting into positions that could hurt Orlando Pirates then. And in the attacking areas, or in that striking area, is the one area one would feel Stellenbosch would need one of their men to step up here and start to find their stride in finding the back of the net between the likes of Mochela and the Cupido, who starts this evening's final on the bench. Do have men such as Mguk can also contribute in and around that final third. Pili as well on the bench to Stellenbosch. Moisani head up, looking for the movements of Mochela up ahead. He is mobile and looking to cause problems. Here is Mochela, but the better of the defender just couldn't put meat on the ball then in finding the perfect strike against Sipochain. Well, he's a willing runner, is the former Galaxy man. And he'll give you movement all day long here. If you look for him, good ball here by Moisani. Really, problems plenty from Bagazi, just trying to deal. Not only the quality of the ball came in, but the presence of Mochela. Bagazi, a man who's played every minute so far this season for Orlando Pirates in the league, in the cup, also for the national team over the last two internationals. Mufugeng and Mbuli. Nice turn from Sipho Mbuli. Pato joining in the mix. Mahop. Again, Kando de Jong does a good job at dropping back and winning it back here for Stellies. He's looking to kickstart the counter. 10 minutes in, and well, no, the scoreline is Pirates having one or two exciting moments, OJ.
Khudebeka momento tsengele lesome ba simolla go ka bona jalo mogote o bana ba o solofetse ditlhophatse ka bobedi jaaka o bona Palace a robela jalo mo tseleng ya ga Mojela we baka kwa thoko a ba etsa ba tlhabela mo ba go tsona le 10 fela wa gana kwa morago. The hottest one, Dionoto, the master chef, Tatake Sitlenduli. Abakana Nanyabanyana Motraganya Kelewa Yotomiwa. Hala Samaga Sente, the master chef, Badiba Mustofo. Monawaka kwa Belgium. Monawa Henry Stenik. Adabone Chalo, the talented Timbata. Abai Samagala Chalo Mutsileng. Bye Chalo Motsile Nyagali Bito, Walbella Tabisha Barwa Kita Fela, Sirela Sakamara Daga. Serlovaka, Mostesa Fitileng, Lekawana Lela Tabiso Bito, Hanalena Quekalo, Momentamiko, Moment Valenias Topa, Zalano Pirates, Kankaya Kubalo, Labo Fellow Panano San Niente, Nele Catano de Topa, Kaiser Chiefs, Lekawana Le Lalibito, Ilene Nuapino. Peleaba Retosa, Quamarajo, Sage Stevens. Mokapteni was Tropa, Billy Motsepi, was Tropenses, the Stellis. Orlando Pirates, Faubu Akalibala, La Mbombela. The Catalan Tapaban Bapena Sijana, Mulebagan, Nele Catanole, Tropa, Sali Tatuva. Tropa, Black Leopards. When Zamekoyan Bank, Bafena, Mamadi Sandals, Happy Mosa, Sijana Seo. May Bafa Pay Moments Hamikonia, Yadem MTN8. Abata bona busime khala khatlo la bona romele baleng simolla kwa morago Stenik abatsa khilete la romela arbone Devin Titus fela ba mutima se alolo kwa pele ya go rotola ga thala ka Sipochain no tsamikile metsameko yotlhe ya sejana se mona yo wa Sipochain bile o tla go pola tirigatso ya gagwe ya manontlotlo mo khamothako ya di penalty khatla le Mamelodi Sundowns Hamdaga we ba Chalo Mutselenga, Arbone Chalo Pans, Walbella Pans, Olivana Chalo Libito, Pans, Abacoba, Fella de Walamudia Tensaga Sipochain. Ebewela Chalo Mudia Tensaga Sipochain. Simola Quamaraco Mutselenga Yaha Lebonesiema Tabaco Pola Nuera. Bonation, Walbella Tionoto, Arbonation, Walika Barala, about together. About where I'm going to go to Stevens. Kigorele Karawa, Hoka, Biliki to one Kutwa. How much Pata, how much Pesabaka, Fali, Fali, Talent Mata. Kahukisabo Tokotata. How's a Kateha? bona mokatese Abdesalam Wadu mona yona go bala fa bana ba tswa kwa motshamekong wa liga kgatlhanong le Chipa United kwa Qhebega mo kotsing ya sejanaga fela boitumelo ke gore ba boetse ba siame batlhankedi ba setlhopha sa Orlando Pirates simolola jalo kwa morago Cotswell ka bona ka kwa nageng ya Nigeria tshamekela jalo mo tseleng ya ga Mthetheleli a re bone jalo Brendan tshamekela mo tseleng ya ga Mthaga o a lebela Mthaga kgabagantsha jalo mo lagare itlhalaga jana Mothaga re ga se ditlhopha tse o lemoge gore ke sefeng se se maatla ba lekana ka maatla go fitlhela ga jana barati balatedi ba ba tletseng ka kwano ba emetse selo se le no se fela gore ke mang yo tla thubang segagane ke mang yo tla thubang le Cotswell Devin Titus Cotswell tsena ka lephokoso fela ba gone kopara go ba re kwa tleke botshabelo le bone seema yo Mothaga reng o tokafala tshamekong o le nngwe mo mebaleng ya setlhopha sa Orlando Pirates ba go e tlosa le sekgotlho kgilio rulaganya le morago la gagwe Siphochain wa e tlhoma Siphochain totali ka wana la Sanele Barnes kila feta kwa mabeleng a setlhopha sa Matax wa lebelela le ka wana la Barnes a ba romela ko kotenye kgakala fela e kopana le Devin Titus kwa ntle ga lephokoso ba etsa ka seatla mo tsereganyareng a re motshameko o phepa o tswelele pele really ba tswa ka lebelo Orlando Pirates po ye ntsho matlabe a re bone ba tla dira kwa pele fela ba gana ba lathola ko morago Palace o e tshamekela mo tseleng ya ga Cotswell Pans o romela mo go Mojela yo lebelo o e ba mo go Pans yo botlhale fela ba mo tsela kgileo the Vastashev ba e beile mo godimo ga Stoff se le mo go borat se le mo go lesome se ga se le mo go 6 se mo go 10 a re bone dira kgwela dinao bonolo Siphombule bona ka motho ba iketlile the Master Chef a taga motho a mo feletse o tsikinyegile boboko tshwanetse go ya o ikategile kwa go Siphombule Palace Brandon Tabo Moloisane Sage wa go pateletsega go e bampatšhane go ntse fela jalo a ba pateletsega go e bampatšhane bone monna wa ka kwa Namibia ka go pola ikile na koloni ya Afrika Borwa lobaka South West Africa jaaka e itsege the Master Chef a ba tsenya kerek a ba dikologa fela ba ba tsenya loto mo kgweleng yao ya go tswa jalo ka Dion ba romela mo tseleng ya ga Mdaga a ba papatega ka botlhaba jwa lebala romela kwa pele e kopana le Mojela ka tlhogo Dion Barnes a letetse monna go goroga ba goroga Cotswell a ba romela feta mo molomong wa dino go thata ke tshwarang go thibiwa ka fa thiba metsi ka letlhaku dirisa maphuka setlhopha sa the Stellenbosch ba lomogile sengwe bontsi jwa nako fa ba tshwara kgwele ba ya kwa maphukeng a Devin o e tshamekela kwa morago kgweleo o batla Brendan a ba goga lerumo go feta kwa godimo ga dikotla a ba lwa Siphochain na go khile Brandon Thabo Moloisane fela ka go tlhoka lesego khile ya be feta go di dikota tekete tsa motshameko di rekisitswe fela mo sebakeng sa diura di le 24 ke ge di fedile Kyo Devin Arbone Sifo Chain yo tlhophilweng jaaka motshwaradino mothibadino yo ga isitse mo setlheng se se fetileng ba romela kgwele ba tla jalo evidence makgopa e tsetse ka kwa ntle kgwele ya go tloswa le tatlhelo ya the Stellies the Stellies bodutunyana fitlhela ka jana le ka bona la kabelo tata ka mogelo sebelebele Kibao the Ghost jaaka ba itsege ba emetse jalo yo tla thubang segagane kgotsa le a ba sireletsa Cotswill fela no tsabile sebaka sa metsotso e le 20 motho a go fitlhela ka jana dintsi di ngangane ntse le noto po ye Ntshumahlabe Orlando Pirates ntse le noto setlhopha sa the Stellies.
Well, minus the goals, it's been an exciting, nice start to this final. As Pirates push forward here with Mbule. 2 men on him. Still, they forced the issue here. As Zamufike goes out wide, the numbers getting in the box here. The defensive play, top notch, and conceding the corner then from Omega Mdaga. Well, he's really his big best here. Zamufike getting involved and throwing a couple of defenders, including Daga, who then had to recover in pushing out wide, then to deal with the pass and Mahopa in space. Keep in mind, we've averaged 3 goals a game in a total in this year's MTN8, so expecting goals here as Hotto looks for the far post and Stevens gets a touch. Mudet keeping it alive. Back into the danger area then from Siama. That he's able to clear, but then again, only as far as Asmilibili. Bogaze early with the ball towards Mahopa. Nicely done in winning it back here and keeping it settled. And now a chance for Stellies on the counter. Titus. Good movement up ahead once again from Machela. Pirates organized defensively and able to thwart the danger. Isn't Julie, the 29-year-old, he himself has won a cup, never the top 8 or the MTN8. With Galaxies won the Netbank Cup. Now, Hotto does well to ride the challenge here. Head up, Similibili looks for Mule! What a challenge! Oh, he did well with his initial couple of touches, he was looking to control the ball, then and set it up for the shots. The challenge on the money and in the nick of time as well. Wanted it, didn't move it, and that's great defensive work. Tiani then had to get it right here and does a stunning job in conceding the corner. Great defensive play, but good football all round. Here's Mufuging. It was the far post. Stevens has done well from range. It's really. Well, looking to arrive and make a statement with the Buccaneer supporters. No one could have hoped for a better start to his Buccaneer career. Already a couple of goals in the MTN8. He's scored 3 in total. Got point, has scored 3 in 3 matches running. The former Galaxy man who scored 10 in his time with the Bumalanga outfits. Machela on the move again. Easy for Chain. Talent and batter. And Unaya, it was with the ball into midfield, then to Sunday Pons. He's just out to Mbule. Move again. Scored in the last game of last year, or last season, maybe I should say. Against Magesi. He hasn't scored this season in 499 minutes. It's been coming into this game without a goal for Relebule. Move again. But of the back four, out there at the Pirates, only Hotto has enjoyed a top 8 victory in the way of being crowned an MTN8 Cup winner. Here he is on the pole now. Nduli. Libito. On the move is the former chipper man out on that far side. Just the ball on the top, looking for Libito in the end. Defenders done enough. Well, he's done well at dealing with what's been thrown at him. Out on that far side, that being Omega Daga so far. Wadu Zaman. Gianni did well under a bit of pressure from Bule. That's continued pressure from Sibilibili. He's run it back in a good area here, has options. Goes for goal! Straight down the throat of Say Stevens. Well positioned, good hands as well from the 34-year-olds. Encouraging times for the Pirates supporters. They've had the petty moment here in and around goal since the start of the match. If you are just joining us, off again. Williams had a good start to this game. Siema. Talent and bat. Dion Hutto. No, Paris taking the time about things here. As they look to create some space to play through between the lines. Hutto. Looking for Mahopa, closely watched. Quite importantly, defensively then by Thabo Molesani. Evidence Mahopa with a flick on, anticipated. Mufukeng then, and some of the Pirates fans may be of the feeling that he took a nudge in that box. Nothing wrong, says the referee. Let me stanish the Belgian. The physicality then. Mr. Young. Is the Belgian who played for Belgium as a junior international Stellenbosch. Now Taga on the up and up here. Good run initially in driving between the two players and found it difficult moving at 3/4 pace plus to execute the pass out wide to Titus. Now while he's pushed up, he's left a bit of space to that far side, and fortunately for Stellenbosch, the pass lost a little too much. Oh, Vasimile. Two of these goals, of course, were crucial goals against the Sundowns over two legs. To see Pirates come from behind on a couple of occasions, of course, over the two legs in the semi-finals to put themselves a place in this final. Goswell and Unaya out wide on this near side, looking to keep the likes of Mufukeng and Hotto quiet. There is Delic. Motela. Good work by Nduli to ensure that De Jong couldn't quite take that in stride, but still the referee's whistle goes here for the foul on Janino Pellis. Pellis, part of the Stellenbosch side, of course, that did win the calling knockouts. Looking to make it 2 top flights cup wins in the history of a side that over the years is really shaking things up in the top flight of South African football is Stellenbosch. Also looking to shake things up on the continent as well, as they did last year so impressively in the Confederations Cup. Barnes already with a couple of goals this season now, looking to turn provider with the ball in. Move again. Good movement up ahead from Massimiliano. Supported by Hotto. Good job by Stellenbosch here in denying spaces and options to play through. So here they are. Jagger. Stand round Jagger. Now he needs 1 or 2 options. Nothing on that left side, so keeps it on the right here. But the young, interesting ball in too close. In the end to Sikrashane in 30 minutes of MTN8 Cup final of football has gone by. Still the scoreline 0-0 between these two sides, OJ.
Kang e simolola go jang khawana motsetso jaaka seatla simolola go hotela motshameko go bontsha gore wafa MTN8 simolola go hotela kwa ntle le pilelo tsamaile sebaka sa halofo ya ura lebeletse tshameko ya gale ka wana la Omega Mtaga unathi itlhela ka jana mothaka re o dira matsetseleko mo motshamekong o fela jaaka the master chef ga se lebaka ga se gantsi o bona le ka bona la Palace a simolola motshameko mo ditlheng di le mmalwa tse ntseng di feta fela mo setlheng se na le tšhono ya go ka simolola a le mo motshamekong a simolola le motshameko monna o tshamekile makgaolakgang mo ditlhopheng di le pedi dingwaga ditlha di le pedi ka thatelano le ka wana la Sitlhendole mo setlheng se se fetileng o na le mo mebaleng ya mesweu mo setlheng se o mo mebaleng ya mentsho le ka wana le la Sitlhendole mongwe wa batshepiwa mongwe wa batshameki ba Hugo Bruce a na le tumelo mo go bone Thabo Brandon Moloisane bone Dion tshamekela jalo mo go the talented Timbata Dion Otto ebe kopana le gale le the Stellies Orlando Pirates ba ba mo ga khwile ba go ba tlhasela jalo ka bogalo sebelebele o bona jalo le bitso Thabiso ba romela jalo mo tseleng a re bone ba tla dira Orlando Pirates a re bone rele ba ya kwa pele ba goga ba yela makwa morago Sage Stevens a ba yela makwa morago Sage Stevens tletse le bala phuka Mojela taboga metsotso le somaro bongwe ya no na le motho fa gona sa ka se dirang fa Ana roa go dirisa matla ona se kitla fenya ntwa eo tla fenya ka lebelo e seng ka matla fela ni le botlhale Mbeketsele ska mo fatsono ka rona go motlogela Mojela lebelo la gagwe ke solofelo rona tla le tshwara le ka bona le simbola go morago mo go le bone makgaola khanga go ya ntla le ka wana le bone mo mebaleng ya Orlando Pirates me o tla go pola gore ene le Mojela ba tshamekile kwa the Rockets me bile Mojela gore a ba le mo tlhopheng sa the Stellies ina na le kgatlhego fa moraga motshameko wa makgaola khanga sejana sa the Calling Black Label monna yo wa Mojela feleletsa le mo tlhopheng sa Steve Barker ba leka go ya go tswa kwa morago la Pirates fela ba tswa di lemelelwane ba tswele ditsela tsotlhe kwa morago Brandon fela wela jalo mo tseleng ya ga the master chef ba mo rwala mo tsereganya re phoso ke ya lona Poyentsho Matlabe Siphombule kwena o molato na go gana jalo le ka wona la Mthiane Ete ba kaile gore Pants o no tantabetse no tantabetse wena sanele Pants solo ga se Tito gona go lemoga gore temperature tsa bone tsa mmele di tlhatlogile thata solo ga se Tito ba sibane ba Dion Mbegezeli Dion Rubela Dion the master chef Rubela kwa pele ibe rotha ka botlhale aba yeterla se Stevens bana ba rometse ka botlhale a re bona Dion Andre Dion aba tsamo ko tenga ya terla Sipochain mona wa kwana kanya New Zealand ba go pola Jeremy Broke mongwe ba tshameke ba bone ba tsoko yone ngata go ikwala ka ditlhaka tsa molelo mo history ya kgwele dinao ya Afrika Borwa nano sa ona sa tshameke a re bone Pirates fela kgwele ke senang kaelo be tswela ka kwa ntle fetoga jalo gona goal kick re bala metsotso e ka nna le 10 gore go ikhutsa me ga itse go direga sepe ka kwano me ra go tswa re na le mofenyi fa re a go tswa go tsholeditse sejana mo letsatsing la gompieno mang rata sa rate ga re ke tla re tswa mo lebaleng le re sena mofenyi potso ke gore a se le ba Cape Town ka kwa the Winelands kgotsa se le ba ka kwa Orlando kwa botlhaba jwa Orlando a re bone jalo Dion Singaloto Dion le Dion wa dira mo ba tshameke ba se sa batleng mo lebella o itlhaganetse mo lebelle sentle Dion tla lemoga mosola ga ge mo stopeng se ke ka mokgwa monna yo wa mo tshepa jana monna yo wa Steve Barker egete motha go irage ke tena sekutlo fela mo itshamekela ka kwa morago mo tseleng ya ga Godswill ba romela thula ka tlhogo ba sireletsa kwa morago tabogela ke Devin Titus tlogela tswela ka kwa ntle ba yakile ka bonako bona botlhale tshameko e botlhale a re bone Devin le ena ba romela mo lebaka sola di 18 thula ka tlhogo ba sireletsa kwa morago Poyentsho Matlabe sireletsa Orlando Pirates fela ga ye go pekgwileo e kopana le Dion ba sa buisane fela ba kgona go tswa kaene kwa morago Brandon o e ba mo tseleng ya ga Godswill tlhabela kwa fele ga gona nako ya go ikhutsa mo motshamekong wa batshameke ga gona nako ya go kgwamowa o lebelo a re bone jalo Mdaka tshamekela mo tseleng ya ga Devin o e ba mo tseleng ya ga Dion ke bona Kotsifa ke bona Matlhomola fela ba robala kane ko morago Poyentsho ga ba robala kane ka botlhale ko morago Orlando Pirates ene ke bona Kotsi ke bona Matlhomola ba tswa ka yone ka lebelo sebelebele ga re bone ba tla dirang ka kgwele ya Orlando Pirates batho ba potse kwa morago Pirates Evidence Makgopa ke temotana a fedile pelo gore a sebelebele o tla tlhola mo file kgwele eo Mojela tsena ga le baka sola le 18 bona the Stellenbosch ba ba tlogela mo dire teng kwa morago Lewiso Thabiso wa gana Eugene Mhluli ba ya kwa pele ditlhopha tse ka bobedi fela ba retelelwa go dirisa ditšhono tse ba di dira go fitlhela ga jana. Fa fatshe the master chef ga ba kitla ba itumelela seo banka ya Orlando Pirates lebetso ka se ka ba dumela go rontsa le kwa kgobalonga go boela fela ka matla Thabiso fela wa ebella the master chef le moga jalo se bo kampontšhane ke mokatisi wa batshwara dino jaanong kwa Orlando Pirates. Mokatisi wa batshwara dino ene jalo le ba mo setlhopheng sa setegeniki le Ryan Jacobs yo e leng mothusi wa mokatisi wa bobedi kwa setlhopheng sa Orlando Pirates. Ba mo gopola kwa Seabonga Mpontšhane kwa Platinum Stars me motse go rokila mo dirang le ka wana la Tsotsongele ba tsa kgile ba romela mo dibokoso la dietene fela a ba tlola sefotšhene a terla kgilego metsotso le metlhano gore re go ikhutsa ntse le noto Orlando Pirates e le noto the Stellies. Sizwe
Bule finding move again. Batter with a bit of space. Some fans were already trying to invite him to have a crack from a range. Now, Titus. Yet to really test Sibachane Stellenbosch in this first 40 minutes. Remember, in last year's final, it took just 12 minutes for MTN8 to spectacularly open the scoring. With Barriers beginning the fight back in the 44th minute when they found the equalizer. Here's Malaysia. And Unaya. Palace. Daga out to that far side, finding De Jong in the pocket of space. He's got Titus on the move out to that far side. Nice work. Libito defensively in keeping Titus quiet for the time being. Handball against Andre De Jong. So, interesting with the different matchups out on the field. Of course, Ndaga having to watch Sibilibili, so the likes of Mbatambule and Duli battling with the likes of Palace, Tiani and De Jong. So far, the better moments, if you are just joining us here in the moments leading up to half-time, have gone with Orlando Pirates. Defensively, they have been solid, however, and are giving absolutely nothing away to the likes of Mocheda, Barnes, Titus or De Jong. Dion Hotto. Duli. He, of course, was a Stellenbosch player. This time last year when the final went down between these two sides. Nicely done here by Palace in beating Sibilibili to the punch. He is quick, Sibilibili. Lovely recovery. Also is a great hunger on the defensive side of the game. He will give you an equal amount of determination in that regard as he will on the front foot. There's Palace, the man who just spent some time out in Portugal in the early stages of his career, playing for a couple of clubs, Academica and Braga. The question is, which of the VIPs will be celebrating at the end of the night? Will it be those that are behind Paris or those behind Stellenbosch? Barnes it is with the ball in, looking for their best moment of the match. De Jong quickly outnumbered then as Amahopa gets it clear. Barnes to keep it alive here. Stellenbosch looking for the strong ending to the first half. And the two players not on the same page on that occasion. Well, Titus, amongst those two, have already wrestled the back of the net during the course of this season. Man who's at 24 years of age had already won the Colling Knockout. He's been named the Colling Knockout Player of the Year, Tiski Challenge winner, and also Tiski Player of the Season in the earlier stages of his career, that being Titus. Libito. Still on the up and up on that far side. Here is Libito driving into the box then. Paris will settle for the throw-in. Well, he did suffer from a knee injury in recent times, Libito. And I'm wondering if the knee is in fact the issue as he goes down once again here. In fact, maybe a dead leg in the way of Willis and his knee coming into his upper thigh, that right knee. Could have given him a dead leg. Well, he won't want to go off. He's had a good first 45 minutes here, Libito. The 33-year-old, he'll want to continue here with this match and hope to, of course, influence the win the way of Orlando Pirates. Well, end of the 45 minutes here. I've seen Pirates have the better moments, whilst for Stellenbosch, they've huffed and puffed, they've yet to test Super China between the sticks. Defensively, the likes of Daga, Stanic, Murisani and Enyinaya have had to earn their stripes, with the Pirates creating, well, a few nervous moments for Stellenbosch in their defense. But to the end of it all here, to the end of the first half, I should say, it's Orlando Pirates no, Stellenbosch no. We look forward to a second half that should come with goals and entertainment. Well, there you have it. 3 shots on target for Orlando Pirates. They've had more of the ball here. They've had the better moments when you look at the goal attempts. Then for Stellenbosch, whilst they've worked hard defensively, they'll look to do better on the front foot at exposing their Pirates defense.
The Premier Soccer League proudly presents the best versus the best. The MTN8 Wafa Wa.